It's abundance, abundance, abundance. My people, now we're all aware of the earthquake that took place in Bangkok over there in Myanmar, and that 7.7 earthquake, and everyone is talking about the solar eruptions that came off the sun right before that earthquake took place. Now, as we can look on the Gold's X-ray flux right here, this is representing the charged particles that is coming to Earth. And what I told you, that these particles are hot, and these particles bond with the smallest building unit of the cell, which is an atom. And this, when it bonds with that atom, it separates the electrons from around the atom, exposing the center of the atom. Now, the proton, neutron, electron thing is going to change. There will be no more neutrons. Neutrons mean to neutralize. There will be protons and electrons, electrons and protons. Electron is feminine energy, protons is masculine energy. There will be no middleman between creator and creation. No middleman between creator and creation. No more. Now, if you search up acute radiation, ARS, acute radiation syndrome, which is a overload of radiation at a short period of time. This you can get nausea, diarrhea. You can have you can lose consciousness. You can be fatigued, as well as it can lead to death or even malignant cancer cells that will start to develop inside of the body. Now, I told y'all before that everyone is going to talk about the sun and genetics in the sun, because you can go around all over the globe, all over this planet, and anywhere you see that what you would call Egyptian hieroglyphs, not the Sumerian text, but the Egyptian hieroglyphs, you will always see us referring or pointing towards what? The sun, because we understood our divine connection through the sun. We biosynthesize the sun. We convert the sunlight into chemical energy. Other people, complex cell, they photosynthesize the sun, and they have a problem with that. They have a problem with that. You can look up photodermatitis, which is an allergic reaction to the sun. Who is allergic to the sun? That doesn't make any sense. The number one source of energy. Without the sun, nothing would operate and move on this planet outside of the organic species. Because we are the sun, and we are the sun of the universe walking in the flesh. Nothing will operate on this planet. And if you look at the Gold's X-ray flux right here, you had an X flare followed up by a M flare, two M flares, and then you had another one right over here going towards the 30th. You had two major C flares, and then you just had a long duration M flare. M flare. This is changing every sentient being on this planet. What are we changing into? Huh? Pause. Okay, here we go right here. This is the Magneto's pause. This is monitoring the dome that protects us supposedly from harmful gamma radiation, ultraviolet light, cosmic particles, whatever you want to call it. The dome is supposedly protects us from the harsh rays of the sun. Now, let me just make this clear. UVC radiation has been ground level for the last 5 years, if not maybe a little bit longer. UVC radiation is a detoxifier, a germ killer, a mutating wavelength. UVC radiation used to dissipate when it would hit the dome. It is piercing through the dome and through every living organism on this planet. The sun is separating us. Now, here we go. Earth is in the middle. The white side is the daytime side. The black is the nighttime side. So let's focus on the daytime side. The daytime side, meaning the sun would be over here. Goals 18 and goals 16. These satellites is on this orbital track that is going around the planet. These two satellites' main job is to monitor solar radiation. Now, the Magneto's pulse, which is the dome that supposedly protects us from harmful radiation. This is this white string that stretches from the top right up here and stretch and hits down here at the bottom. And that's on the daytime side of the planet. So just look at the daytime side of the planet and look at all the energy that is pressed against the dome. Look at how it's pressing the dome. Look at that energy. And I want you to look at the colors just so that you know purple is very prominent here. It is. You see that? You see how much purple that is? You see how much purple that is? Look at all that energy. Now let's go to the back side of the planet. First of all, you can see the square that Earth is in. Look at the back side of the planet. Look at all of this energy. This is in your upper atmosphere, my people. You can, this is right at your rooftops. This is why your airplanes are flying lower. This is why they're crashing. The closer you get to the sun, the more natural you have to be. And all of these physical, tangible objects on this planet, cell phone, laptops, computers, cars, airplanes, all of these things are not going to be working. All of them are not going to be working because they're in reverse. So now you look at the back side of the planet. Look at this. Look at all of this energy right here on the back side of this planet. Look at all of this. Now, the dome is protecting you from the daytime, but what's protecting you from the nighttime? You're being microwaved at night when you think that it's more healthier and safe for you to be indoors or outside at night. Indoors during the day, avoid the sun, but outside at night. You have no idea what's really taking place on this planet. You will not avoid this. There will be no stone left unturned. You see? And look at all the purple. That's the issue. Look at the purple. That's the strongest radiation. And look at where it's at. That's ground level. Call it what you want. So let's go up here to solar wind. Solar velocity speaks about the speed, how fast that the cosmic particles are coming from the sun. So the sun would be over here. And if you look at this number right here, it went all the way up to 800 kilometers per second equals how many miles per hour? So let's just say this here. Alexa, 800 kilometers per second equals how many miles per hour?
800 kilometers per second is about 1.79 million miles per hour.
That's how fast this radiation is coming to the planet. And I want you to, again, I told you to search up ARS, acute radiation. That's a large amount of radiation being absorbed and at a short period of time. And that causes adverse conditions with an organism that cannot convert sunlight into chemical energy. That causes adverse and physical ailments with someone that cannot biosynthesize the sun. So if you look at the symptoms of ARS and then look up the symptoms of the that's supposed to be going around that everybody had to take the jab for, look at those symptoms. So now Earth is in the middle again. The white side is the daytime side, the black is the nighttime side. This red thing right here that you see bent back, that's the magnetopause that's down here. That's the same thing. However, you see these long arrows right here? These arrows represent solar radiation. They should hit the dome, hit Earth, and then they should travel out into the solar system. However, let me just look back here. Let me see how far back this goes. Wow. You see how far back this go? And then look, you see the arrows turn around and then you see purple. Watch the purple come in. Look, you see that? That's purple. And then you see the arrows turning around. So what's back here that's powerful, that is sending a straight beeline of energy directly into Earth? And you can tell it's sitting there, right? Because I want you to look at the arrows at the top. Mind you, the sun, daytime sun is over here. So this energy is coming. Look at the arrows as they going around. Look at the bottom, going around whatever object is sitting here in the center. And it is pushing equal amount of energy back into Earth as our daytime sun, or even stronger. Look at the arrows. That represents cosmic particles and charged particles at that. And that's coming back into the planet. And every organism is absorbing this day and night, around the clock, day and night. It's nothing they can do about this. The sun is separating us. You must have the blood of the sun and the soul of the cosmos in order to move forward in what we call the Great Awakening, the age of Aquarius, where the truth is more disturbing than the lie. Paul. Okay, here we go right here. This is a UV chart, my people. This is a UV index chart. So if you look, starting at the bottom, 1 through 2, low, no protection, right? And then you can see moderate, and then you start to get to the 6s and the 7th. I'm going to start to go back into doing my UV readings starting next week. I'm going to start doing UV readings at least twice a week. I'm going to do UVA and B and UVC radiation. I'm going to do the readings and give y'all updates. But you should be doing them as well, so we can all put our notes together to see how the radiation is increasing, because once that's increased even more, I'm going to let you know false flags are coming. They're coming. They're already happening. With the police officers killing each other, they choking us, they acting out. You already see it's happening. The changes is happening. So now you go up here to, you go past the what you would call brown orange, and now you're getting into dark orange. And it would say extra protection, 8 to 7. UV index 8 to 10, 8 to 10. Very high, extra protection. Look at 11 plus. Look at the colors. This is what I'm telling you. The colors is meaning that this is, you don't forget the numbers. Look at the colors. And I showed you just now on the magnetals, Pauls, how purple is prominent in our upper atmosphere. And this says for purple to stay inside. Stay inside. And I know people are getting UV readings 11 plus, and they outside. And if you look at that sun today, that sun is brighter than it was last year. It seems as though we are being pulled closer to the sun. And the closer we get to the sun, the more of our genetics will unlock, and the more of we will come back into our memory. Abundance and gratitude to you all. Star Seeds, this is about you. Don't forget that. This is about you, Star Seeds. I told you that they're going to talk about the sun and genetics. They just tiptoeing around it, trying to figure out how they're going to get to that, get to that core subject that we all should be talking about. The sun and genetics and our children. The salvation of our French toast species. That is what we should be discussing. Other than that, everything else is a waste of time, and it's full of fear, which means you don't want to change. I value you. I appreciate you all. My videos is not to be to start anyone to have anger towards one another, but actually to wake you up to your own individual greatness, so we collectively can walk, so we collectively can do on this planet what the sun and the universe is doing. Abundance and gratitude to all.